Thank you, Shruti. All the dignitaries present here, the representative from the corporates, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. I am here to make a pitch for and create awareness about two of the initiatives of Ministry of Culture. The first initiative is National Culture Fund, and the second initiative is Adopt a Heritage. Now, National Culture Fund is administered by Ministry of Culture directly. This is a CSR driven initiative where all the corporates can invest their CSR contribution towards tangible and intangible cultural heritage of the country. Now, when I say tangible, it includes the monuments of ASI, it includes the state protected monuments and also the unprotected monuments. Now, as far as the intangible part is concerned, it can be various art forms all across the country. It can be vanishing art forms, their documentation, digitization, and the means to preserve and conserve those. Now, NCF, to tell you the basic, to set the basic background here. Now, the heritage which we have, the heritage and the culture which we have in the country, it's a shared heritage. Now, they do not belong to, or they are not they don't have the ownership of a particular organization or any institute. This is a result and the culmination of thousands of years of the civilization which we have. And that is how I am standing here seeking support from the corporates to spend their CSR contribution towards safeguarding and conservation and preservation of that shared heritage which we have. I will make a small presentation about National Culture Fund, and my colleague here, Mr. Anand Madhukar, he is Additional Director General, Archaeological Survey of India. He will make a presentation about Adopt a Heritage. Okay, so tell you briefly about National Culture Fund. This is a trust set up by Government of India in 1996. The mandate and scope of NCF is to partner with various stakeholders. It can be public sector, it can be corporates, it can be NGOs, it can be private institutions, foundations, state government, towards conservation, preservation and development of heritage monument, that is the tangible part of it, and towards promotion and reinforcement of oral and other form of intangible cultural expressions. Next, please. The administrative structure of NCF is it's managed by a governing council, GC, which is headed by Honorable Minister of Culture, and there are 25 members in it. The executive committee is a subcommittee, or the members are drawn from the GC. It is having 11 members. It is headed by Secretary Culture, and GC and EC, in addition to the officials of the ministry, also have non-official members, eminent members from corporate, public sector, private foundation, and non-profit organizations. The objectives of National Culture Fund, as I have already stated, is towards the tangible heritage which we have. Tangible heritage which can be the monuments of Archaeological Survey of India, or the state protected monuments or unprotected monuments. It is also towards intangible form of art, towards to promote and protect the artistic endeavor in all forms and document the crafts on the verge of extinction. Provide additional space in the museums. The museums can be under the ownership of Ministry of Culture. It can be state museums. It can be the site museums of Archaeological Survey of India, to provide equipments and to promote international cultural cooperation. Next. The corporates can take tangible projects, undertake tangible projects towards the restoration, conservation, It can be state protected, unprotected. They can create amenities or infrastructure around these monuments. To give you an example, the core conservation work of any of the monuments can be taken. The illumination work of the monuments can be taken. It can be provision of e-vehicles, accessibility towards the Divyangjan, interpretation centers can be created, digitization can be done. As far as the intangible part is concerned, it can be like capacity building of the artisans, training programs, book publication, documentation, documentaries, etc. The benefit, the next please. These are the benefits of NCF. It can be, there is a tax benefit, 100% tax benefit, and the contribution will also count towards CSR. So both the benefits are there, and depending upon the need and requirement of a corporate, it can be, any form can be adopted. This is the, and the next part is the most important part. As we know, in the recent years, there is a surge in the interest and awareness among the people of the country towards the heritage and culture which we have. And this way, by contributing in NCF, the brands will get the visibility and they will be seen as a responsible brands by the people of the country. So there is a great leverage which is there to be gained by the corporates by associating with National Culture Fund. And I was going through one of the slides which was presented by Mr. Bhaumik Shah, that the contribution, CSR contribution in the field of heritage and culture is less than 0.5%. So there is an enormous possibility, there is enormous opportunity to be made here. Next, please. The key features are the sponsoring corporate have the freedom to choose their own implementing agency. But if they are going for any ASI project, then ASI themselves do the core conservation work. But if it's about creation of amenity, then the corporates can choose their own implementing agency and they can work under the supervision of ASI. The accounts of NCF are audited by CNAG, so there is a complete transparency. There is a provision of joint project implementation committee to review the progress, and there we involve the donor. So the donor have all the time, they review the progress of the work, and the funds are released depending upon the progress of the work. So we involve the donor through all the stages of the execution of a particular project. The MOUs are very flexible and they can be changed, they can be extended as per the wishes of the donor. And as I said, there is a mileage, huge mileage to be made by the corporates to be seen as a responsible organization, and they can use this association with NCF by various advertisement and by various campaigns which they can launch. The NCF provides the facility for interacting between the executing agencies, and we facilitate in all the clearances, and we supervise the projects which are done through the NCF. The process of NCF partnership is very easy. Donor can identify a project. It can be tangible. It can be intangible. Then there is a tripartite MOU which is signed. The monitoring is, as I said already, the monitoring is done by Project Implementation Committee. And for every project, the money which we receive from the donor, there is a separate bank account to enforce the accountability. Next, please. Can we go to the previous slide? Sorry. Yeah. So some of the, these are the provisions, or these are the shelf of projects. These are the ASI projects state-wise which are available on the NCF website. So the next slide. So we can choose the state, and that state, whatever the projects where we are seeking funds. So these are just a suggestive list. These are the projects where ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, has identified their requirement of the funds, and depending upon the area, depending upon the state where the particular corporate is functional, they can choose that any of the projects which is already available on our website. Go back, please. Next. So these are some of the PSUs which have been working with NCF. Next, these are some of the private companies, some of the banks which have associated with NCF in the past. These are some of the international organizations and other ministries who have worked with us. And to give you a glimpse about some of the ongoing projects, next. So we are right now working with Infosys Foundation on conservation and restoration of Bateshwar group of temples. There is a setting up of ABCD, that is Atmanirbhar Center for Design. This is set up in one of the barracks of Red Fort. This is sponsored by SBI, where the effort is to conserve and preserve the vanishing art forms and to help those artisans who are working on this vanishing art forms. The next one is Dio Balonda, Chhattisgarh, where we are working with SAIL. The fourth one is a rare example of an individual who contributed towards the preservation of one of their Kul Devta ka temple, which was one of the ASI site. So she contributed 1.1 crores. This is amazing feat on part of an individual. The next one is Hampi Museum, where Airport Corporation of India, they are working with us. And then, the last one is AVNL, where they are working on development of illumination projects. Some of the, next. So some of the work, these are some of the photos where the work has been done. So this was a prestigious project where a 120 feet flag post at Rashtrapati Nilayam, Hyderabad, this was done by NCF in association with IIFCL. So this was actually inaugurated by Honorable President of India. Next. So this was the illumination work of Golconda Fort. This we have done in association with Indian Oil Corporation. Next. This is the Bateshwar temple where we are working with Infosys. This was a group of temples which were basically fragmented. The pieces of the foundation wall were scattered all over the location. And this was the then dacoit infested area. And some of the initial work was done by ASI, and then subsequently, after seeing the good work which was done by ASI, Infosys Foundation came forward and contributed 4 crores, and they are willing to give us even more for fully restoration of this temple complex, which is a beautiful complex at Morena. I urge all of you, if given an opportunity, please go and see it. It's amazing. The next one. Next, please. This is a home group of monuments where we are working with ONGC. As you must be all aware, this group of monuments was given the status of a World Heritage Monument this year. So the scope of work here is to create amenities, boundary wall, etc. Next. This is Atmanirbhar Bharat Design Center, which is one of the barracks of Red Fort. If any of you happen to go to Red Fort, please go and visit this place. It's beautiful. There are some 10, 15 art forms which are showcased in a beautiful fashion. You will be also able to buy their products, which is made by the artisans there itself. Next. This is upgradation of Sarnath Museum, where we have worked with Sony. So they created amenities, conference hall, and the webcams, etc. Next. This is the Jantar Mantar upgradation work, where we have worked with Apijay Group, that is Park Hotel. Next. This is the illumination of Pattadakkal. This is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. There we have worked with IOC. Next. This is the immersive showroom AR/VR experience at Hampi Museum, where we are working with Airport Authority of India. Next. This is some of the amenities created through IOC at Kanheri Caves, Maharashtra. Thank you. Next. So I am thankful for giving me this opportunity. I am thankful to CSR POX for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. One of our counters, we have also set up a counter here. That is the first counter as we enter the exhibition, where we have showcased NCF as well as Adopt a Heritage. Our representatives are there if you have any further queries, or if you want to have the brochure. We are also sharing the contact number of of the NCF, the person there, NCF, as well as the Dr. Heritage, so that if you have further queries, you can please get in touch with us. I am also happy to share that we are in a process of signing MOU with CSR Box. They are going to help us in our increased outreach to the corporates, and I am hopeful that in the coming future we will interact with the corporates, and hopeful that we will have some kind of agreement and we will work together in the future. Thank you.